Hello everyone and welcome to Daria Draws. As you can see, I'm starting by pre-mixing the oils. As always, we'll be painting some onions and a sweet potato, and I need to just match the colors approximately to what they will look like in the finale. I decided to paint over an old artwork, but instead of correcting it, I just painted all pure black and brown. So I will be challenging myself to paint over a darker background instead of starting off with a white canvas. I'm using the center line to make the vase somewhat symmetrical and place the onions inside of it. Of course, this is not the final look of each of the shapes, but it is important to get them right. As I would normally get rid of the pure white background of the plain canvas, I am getting rid of the pure black background here. And for this painting, just like I did with the mushrooms, I find it easier to use the midtones rather than carve out the shadows in the first place. That way I'm separating each of the objects from the rest so I can work on them separately and individually. I decided not to make any harsh lines on the horizon and concentrate mainly on the onions and the vase so that we have just one main focus. For now, I'm keeping all of the shapes very soft so there are no harsh edges, and it is easier to continue from softer edges to the sharper ones, rather than vice versa. I'm just readjusting certain edges and outlines so that each object stays separate, even though they're in a group. And I'm also starting to work a little bit on the shadows and some of the lighter midtones, not even lights. I'm not trying to make this painting smooth. On the contrary, I am using a lot of texture, and the colors kind of mix in between the brush strokes. At this point, I'm using the smaller brush in some areas just to have less blending and have these kind of layers of the onion show through. It's also important to keep in mind, even though the vegetables are kind of in the same color palette, some of them have a dustier color like the sweet potato, and then the onions are a little more orangey red, like burnt sienna kind of color. So even though they have to kind of match each other and have certain shades that they share, they still have to be pretty much separated. Usually oils tend to darken up a bit after they dry, so especially in the beginning of the session, I like to refresh the colors, make them a little more saturated, and just make sure everything looks a little more lively. And the easiest way to make anything livelier apart from the color is to simply follow the shape on the y-axis or the x-axis. The brush strokes help in building the structure of each of the vegetable, and using the different shades we can also kind of push back certain shapes, and then using certain warmer colors bring them out. And this is the beginning of the third session. Here you can see I'm applying some transparent shadows. It's just a mix of the mediums and brown and maybe a tiny bit of black in there, just to kind of mute the very white bits and to make the shadows even deeper, and it even works with blending in. So just creates like a very interesting touch there. A little bit goes onto the background as well. As you can see, it's very delicate and it just mutes whatever needs to be muted. And of course, final touches are the highlights, adding them everywhere where they need to be, and that will pretty much be it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to leave an encouraging comment, like, and subscribe to this channel. That will help it grow and keep me motivated to post more. And I'll see you in the next video.